Hello Aries and welcome to the reading. So for today's reading, I'm just going to be getting you some messages on what you need to know right now, and hopefully you'll be able to take some helpful guidance away from it. So I'm going to be mostly getting you tarot, but I'm also going to be pulling you a little bit of oracle as well. And this is going to be a reading for Aries, but remember this is still going to be a general reading, so if everything doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. Just take whatever resonates and leave whatever doesn't. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to put the oracle to the side for right now, and we're going to go ahead and get into some tarot. Alright, so what do Aries need to know right now? Ooh, okay, so that was a lot of cards. I'm going to actually wait a little bit, because I don't like to take that many cards normally, at least on the first go. So we're going to go ahead and redo that. But maybe there's a lot that you need to know right now. Maybe there's a lot going on, and maybe need some guidance for that. So let's see what we got here. All right, what do Aries need to know right now? I'm going to do my best to shuffle on camera, but I'm not the best at it, so excuse me if I'm not the best. Okay, so we've got the Death card. And then we've also got the Page of Cups. And I think I'm going to get you some more cards before I get into it. And sorry if it takes me a while to get those straight. I'm also probably going to bring those down in a little bit. But right now I just want to get you some more cards so we can get a good idea. Alright, so we have the King of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and Strength. So I think there's a lot of things going on right now. Or maybe there's some big events coming up. Like, I think a lot of events, like, what I mean, like, I think a lot of things might be happening or maybe be on the way to happening. And then we have the Two of Swords, and I think I'll just go ahead and get us one more card for right now, but we might pull some more. All right. Okay. And then we have the Reversed Magician. Okay. So let's get into it, and I'm going to put these to the side. Oh yeah, and then on the bottom of this we have the Eight of Wands. So I think things are moving pretty fast for you right now. I think a lot of things are happening. Does that look straight? I hope that looks straight, but we're just going to go ahead and get going on the messages for right now. We'll worry about that later. But yeah, I think a lot of things are happening right now, and you may be feeling a little bit confused, maybe overwhelmed, and it may cause you to maybe hard for you to make decisions right now. But yeah, I think that because I also think with the Wheel of Fortune, like, I think you're just going through a part of your cycle right now, like a part of your life path, but it still might be stressful. But I think the other cards that I'm seeing, I think it's going to be really good for you, like, once you get through this time. And it may not even be time that, like, brings negativity or, like, chaos or anything like that. It just may be, there may be a lot on your plate. And, you know, that in itself can be hard. It's not necessarily saying that anything negative's happening. It's just that a lot of things are happening, and sometimes sometimes we can be overwhelmed by that. And then we have the Death card. So yeah, I think that maybe you're transitioning. Maybe like you're on your way to a new path. And I think with the King of Wands too, maybe you've been like building something. Maybe you've been working hard on something. You've really set your mind to something. And I think that maybe it's like reaching its climax, like to the point, like, or maybe it's starting to like gain some momentum. Because I see you representing the King of Wands, and I think that you'll be able to be really confident in what you should be really confident in what you're creating, like, right now. But I feel like something big is going to be coming from your efforts, and you should be really proud of it. And then I think with the Page of Cups, you may have difficulty, you know, with like one way of thinking or like a strict way of thinking. Like, you may think, okay, well, I know this way, and you know, what I've done in the past has worked. So you may not be as open to new ideas as you should be, because I feel like that may help you progress. Because, oh, well, that's another way of, that's another thing that I didn't really mention yet, is the reversed Magician. So I think that you may be neglecting things that are around you that, like, can help you, like tools that you already have to start building up to start building up what you want to build. And I think that being open to new ideas, like being curious, not just setting your mind on one way of thinking or one way of doing things, I think opening your mind up to more possibilities, new ways of doing things, new ways of looking at things, I think that would probably help you reach your goals a lot more. And but I can tell that, you know, luck is on your side. You just have to keep being strong and keeping that your goals in mind, and which shouldn't be hard for you, my Aries. So just to keep your goal in mind and keep having that willpower. And if a lot of things are happening for you right now, like I said in general, but also that's just proving it with the Eight of Wands, there's a lot of momentum going on around you, and it may be a lot, and you may feel like you're taking on a lot or that you're doing a lot. And it's just important that you keep yourself grounded and centered, so that you can keep a level head whenever you're making decisions, because you want to make sure that you're not, during this chaotic time, it may lead to making more rash decisions, and you want to make sure that you are making decisions best you can. And then, yeah, I'm going to put this back over here. So, yeah, I think that you just need to realize the tools that you have around you more. Maybe start realizing some more qualities in yourself. Maybe also, like, maybe start exploring this, like, transformation a little bit more, because I think that you may be transforming. I think that either what you're working on is transforming into something really good. Like, I feel like you're transitioning into a new really good path. So maybe like figure out what that is. Maybe it's you, maybe you're transitioning, or maybe like the efforts that you've been putting into a creative project, or like just something you've been working on really hard that you've been like determined to make work. You know, maybe figure out where that transition may be happening and start nourishing it, and make sure that you're doing what you need to do to allow it to keep transitioning in a good, positive way. But yeah, I think let's get you a few more, okay, the High Priestess. Yeah, I want to get you a few more, tarot cards before we get into some oracle. All right, what else does Aries need to know right now? Ooh, okay, so that actually, okay, there we go. I thought it was going to come out reversed the way it flipped around, but it's still upright. All right, let's get like maybe one or two more cards. Okay, I was like, which way does that want to come out? Okay, the reversed Lovers. I'm thinking I do want to do one more card. Okay. I'm feeling one more card. All right, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, you really need to listen to your intuition and your inner thoughts, and also the ones that come like really deep from within, not the ones that are like, that may be caused by overthinking, like what comes deep from within, like what comes from your higher thoughts. And I think it's important because I feel like you're on your way to the King of Wands stage, and I feel like you're sort of in a middle point. Like, I feel like you're representing more of like the Knight of Pentacles, like you're building what you want to build, you're going for it. You're doing it, but I want you to not forget where you were at when you were at the Page of Wands, where you were looking out and setting out what you want to create and where you wanted these goals to lead you. Because also getting caught up, like if there's a lot happening, if maybe you're gaining a lot of maybe positive things, like you want to make sure that you're not losing sight of what you originally wanted to create. And with the reversed Lovers, I think it's really important that you are not forgetting your passions and what you love and what you want to create. Like, I kind of think that maybe like a way that you may be thinking right now, it may be like stuck and maybe a little bit holding you back. Because with the reversed Magician and the reversed Lovers cards, I think you should open your mind up to what like new connections can bring you, and what really exploring your interests, and maybe like, because you may be a little bit too head on and a little bit too goal orientated to a certain extent, like, because you know it's always important to be set out for your goals, but at the same time you want to make sure that you're not forgetting to nourish yourself, like give yourself self-love to nourish the connections around you. You want to make sure that you and also that you're nourishing your hobbies and what you enjoy and your interest. I mean, you may already be like working something with that, like if it's something that that involves what you're doing with what you're creating and building, but like make sure that you're enjoying and that you are attracting love and positivity, and that you're not just so caught up in momentum doing things and like taking the action that you need to take in what you're creating, because that is majorly important, especially in the stage that you are right now. But you can't forget to balance yourself out. Oh, well, with the Nine of Cups, that's kind of going along with what I was saying. Make sure that you're giving back, because right now I see a lot of good things coming to you, and I think that you may have like good support around you, whether it be from the people around you or just by the universe and like the qualities that you have. Like you have a lot of things going for you. So make sure that you're giving back, that you're doing what you can to give back the the energy that you're receiving, because I see a lot of good energy coming towards you. So do what you can to put that back out in the energy around you. And then we also have the Emperor underneath that, so making sure that make sure that you're staying stable and keeping a solid structure during this time, because like I said, things are moving fast, things are gaining momentum, and you want to make sure that you're sticking clear with a clear head and not forgetting where you started and where you want to go. And also listen to your intuition. Listen to that deep intuition and that deep inner thought, because that's what's going to help you make the best decisions for you and the people or situations around you. Okay, let's get you some oracle. All right. Ooh, okay. Okay, bring love into the situation. So I think you need to bring some self-love. And also I think you just need to bring love and positivity into the energy around you. I think you may be getting a little bit too caught up in the drive. And you want to make sure that you're bringing love and happiness and light into the situation, the energy around you, and the connections around you, and what you're attracting. And you just want to make sure that you're not only thinking about one thing, that you're not... you don't only have your head in one place. And I think you may be neglecting either the love you give yourself, or maybe even the love that you spread around you. And that's not saying that you're spreading negativity or anything like that. That's just saying that maybe it would be beneficial to you in bringing like happiness and light into your life. If you spread it out a little bit more, the more you're gonna get there. Get to where you want to be. And then we have hold your vision. So make sure that you're, like I said, hold your vision. Don't lose sight of where you wanted to go and where you wanted to be. It's easy to get caught up in the overwhelming, like especially when things start moving fast, or if we're putting in a lot of work and effort, we can lose sight of the things around us. So make sure that you're holding your vision, but you're also not neglecting yourself, the things around you, the people around you, your connections, things like that. And then so communication is key. So maybe I'm going to put this over the thing. I hope that's okay. So make sure that you are, if you do need a little bit of time to yourself, if you do need a little bit, more like time to sort of focus on what you need to focus on, to ensure that you are keeping your connections and the energy around you positive and all good and everything. Communication is key. So I mean, if you talk to people and the people around you, and also talk to yourself a little bit, like, okay, I'll finish what I was saying first. So if it's something to do with the people around you, just communicate with them. Let them know that you're working really hard towards your goals, and that you're sorry if there's, a little bit of, if you're not showing all the attention you need to that relationship. Just let them know, like, hey, let me know if there's anything I can do, to show you that I care and to show that appreciation. Like I was saying with the Nine of Cups, just show that you care, just show that, your support is there. So communication is key. If you're feeling like you're neglecting a little bit of like connections or areas in your life, because I feel like that might be what that's saying, just communicate. Make sure that you're communicating with the people around you, and even with yourself too. Like, don't neglect yourself and the things that you need. Like if you feel a little bit unbalanced, like just ask, like do some deep thinking and think, what can I do to like get back into that balance? All right, let's get you some last messages here. Okay, perfect. Meditate and contemplate. So that's kind of what I was saying. Like if there's some things that you need to think about and that, you know, you kind of need to get straight, meditate on it. Think to yourself, like, and meditating doesn't always have to, if meditating is something that's hard for you, it doesn't have to be like for 30 minutes, not even 15 minutes if you want. Just take a little bit of time and just a second to like focus on your breathing first, get yourself in that calm mind space, and then start working out your problems there. Start sort of working your problems out and like your thoughts and everything like that, or you know, new ideas that you can bring, and that'll allow you to do that in a calm, grounded, centered mindset where you kind of stepped away from all your overthinking and overwhelming thoughts, and now you're in a calm headspace to where you can really think and make good decisions. And then we have the end of a tough cycle approaches. So I think that's kind of relating to what I was saying with you know, I think something's about to come for you. I think you're about to see some rewards. I think you're about to see some recognition for your efforts. So, but what I want to let you know about that is once you start getting recognition, don't forget the work that you put in the first place, because you're going to have to keep that work consistent in order to keep the results that you want to see. So at the end of a tough cycle approaches, the work that you've been putting in, and you know, this may be chaotic or overwhelming time where things are moving really fast, where you may not feel like you can have a completely clear head, that may be ending soon, and it will have a positive ending. I think something really good's going to come out of it with the Death card. I think it's going to be a really good transformation for you. And then on the bottom we have show the world the real you. So don't be afraid to oh, and then under that too we have your hard work is paying off. So yeah, don't be afraid to show the world the real you. Don't be afraid to have confidence in the work and the efforts that you're putting in. And the King of Wands too is a good representation of confidence. You should be confident, and you should be confident in what you're building and the accomplishments that you've made and everything like that. But don't forget to bring love into the situation. Don't be only focused on one thing, which I think is what you're going for, like what you're headed towards, what you're building. I think you may be a little bit too focused on that. So make sure you're not neglecting your connections, make sure you're not neglecting yourself, and remember to take a little bit of time to yourself, like meditate and contemplate. Give yourself that de-stress or that time to think clearly, and listen to your intuition, that inner voice. And be strong, keep that will going, and remember that this is just a cycle. This is just a part of your journey. And with the reversed magician, make sure that you're utilizing the tools around you. Make sure that you're not if you're caught up in one way of thinking, that may lead you to not be able to see some things. So make sure that you're keeping an open mind, that you're exploring new things, and so that you can maybe explore some new things to help you along this path, and that can help you gain some good rewards for the efforts that you've been putting in. So yeah, and don't forget to hold your vision, because it's a good one. So yeah, that is going to do it for the reading, Aries. I really hope that you enjoyed it and were able to resonate with it. If you did enjoy it, I hope to see you again in another one of my readings. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.